So guys, there's a recent update concerning the care work visa. So if you're a carer from overseas, you're trying to get a job in the UK or trying to move to the UK as a carer, you really need to watch this video till the end, because there are lots of things that the government has explained. This was published on the 13th December 2022. So I'm making the video for you right now so you'll be aware and you stay updated. Hey lovelies, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Faith Ojone, and on this channel I talk about ways you can travel abroad and settle abroad, and I provide you resources on how you can get started. I share latest information concerning the UK, what's happening in the UK, how you can settle in the UK. If this is the kind of content you like, hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I share content like this. Without saying so much, let's get straight into the video. A quick disclaimer: I do not provide any paid services. Please be aware of all these scammers using my name, creating YouTube channel, creating a WhatsApp profile and Telegram profile to scam people. If you're chatting with any Faith, the moment the person asks you for money, just know that it's not me, as I do not provide any paid services. Be aware of the scammers, stay away from those scammers, okay? Governments have already realized that there's a lot of exploitation of carers from abroad who are coming to the UK to work, especially. So this update is mainly for international care workers. So if you're a carer from outside the UK and you're coming to the UK, this update is to help you understand everything about the care work visa, what you need to know, the changes that are coming in place and all of that. A lot of you have been asking me that, is it true that the care worker visa is coming to an end in 2023, since it was introduced in December 2021 and it went into effect February 15, 2022. So that's to say February 15, 2023, which is next month, it should come to an end, because the statement that the government released was they had to create that visa for 12 months period because the health and social sector was struggling. They don't have enough carers to care for the elderly. After the UK left the EU, a lot of Europeans left the country, so they were short staffed, so they had to create that visa urgently to allow home carers, care companies to recruit internationally. Now that it's almost close to that period, is the government going to close that path? The answer is they've not made any official statement yet, so let's just wait till February. But one thing you should know is that senior carer has been part of the shortage occupation list way before the government made the announcement of adding home carer, domiciliary care as part of the shortage occupation list. So you can still migrate to the UK as a senior carer, okay? So that has been part of the shortage occupation list way before now. So if you still want to migrate to the UK as a senior carer, that is still possible. Okay, so I mean, most job postings have senior carers on it or carers. So just that the home care, domiciliary care will be decided by the government anytime they make an announcement. I'm going to share with you guys. One thing you should know is that you shouldn't focus so much on getting care jobs in England. Okay, like the Welsh government is currently working on a budget proposal to implement the latest real living wage rise of £10.90 for care workers. The Scottish government will provide an update of their plans to social care pay in 2023/2024 budget statement, which will be due on the 15th of December. I have to go and look for that so I can come share with you guys. So Wales and Scotland, they are trying to create a better pay for carers, care workers, and making it a lot more attractive so that care companies or people coming to work in the UK will have a better pay. So this is for Wales and Scotland, but England, they've not said anything yet. This is good news, so don't focus on England alone. Try Wales and Scotland. So that is one of the first updates. If you've watched this video till this point and you're yet to smash the like button, come on, what are you waiting for? Hit the like button. Thank you. Here's a key message from the government. Check a recruiter agency is on the ethical recruiter list. Agency on this list have signed up and act in line with the code of practice. Do not pay any money to any agency to find work in the UK. This is illegal under the UK laws. beware of different scam and job offers that sounds too good to be true. One of the main scams to look out for is fees scam. So let's say you get a job and your employer or the agency that is offering you the job as a carer is asking you to pay a huge amount of fees for you to get the job. The government is saying it's a scam. Do not pay any money to any employer or agency for a job. Usually how it works in the UK is that if an agency should give you a job, the agency will be paid by the company, not you. But again, because they are recruiting internationally, and if the international law in that country does not say anything about paying money for a job, then the UK cannot sort of hold them responsible because they did it outside the UK. But if you're living in the UK and you get a job and any agency is asking you to pay money, it is illegal. You can actually report them. I know saying this, a lot of people don't care. Like, I want to pay. If you know anyone that is willing to take money, let me know. Some people have paid for COS and they've been successful. They migrated to the UK, while some people have been unfortunate because this thing is not real. I mean, because it is illegal, it's hard for you to determine which one is true or which one is fake. And another thing you need to know is that if the UK government should find out that care homes or employers who are employing you are asking you to pay for the job, if they find that out, they're going to seize their license. And if their license is seized, everyone that is under that company that has COS with that company will be jobless, because if they don't have license to practice and your employer, and remember your employment will be tied to the company, once the company is shut down, literally you don't have a job anymore. I've had stories of companies whose license were suspended and those people who paid for their COS that came into the UK did not have any jobs, so they had to leave the UK. So if a company is asking you to pay, chances is that the government are investigating these care homes now. So if the government should do their findings and find out that these companies are actually asking their employees to pay for COS, they are going to suspend their license. And once that is done, you're also going to be affected. So the money you've paid for the COS, everything you abandon in your home country to come here on a paid COS, you're still going to go back with nothing. So sometimes it's just not worth it. The risk is too high to take. You're going to lose your money. There are so many care homes that have been suspended. I think I saw the list last time. It's a lot. The governments now know that health and care sector are exploiting immigrants. They are now more closely watching them. So you need to be careful paying for COS, to be honest, because at the end of the day, you're just going to lose too much. But again, it's totally your decision to make. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to, explain the pros and cons of whatever decision you decide to make, because everything has its own pros and cons. Another scam you should look out for is contract scam. I mean, the contract you sign has an excessive and unreasonable repayment clauses in which money you need to pay back if you leave the job within a certain time. If a company is bringing you to the UK, they have that contract, but if it's ridiculously high how much you need to pay back, I mean, that is contract scam. So this is the government telling you this is scam. You should not sign any contract with excessive repayment plan, because some company will be like, bring you, but you have to pay us back this amount of money. That is not part of what you should be paying for. You shouldn't be paying for that. The next one is job scam. When you turn up to work in the UK, the job is not the same as what was promised. For example, the working conditions are poor with long working hours for not much money. If you're being asked to work more hours and you're not being paid correctly, that is scam to look out for. The next one is visa scam. You're encouraged to get a full-time health and social care job in the UK on a student visa, whether working 20 hours or limited. You bypass the checks needed for work legally in the UK. Some companies now will ask people to come to the UK via the study route and tell them that they should not worry, they can work more than 20 hours and maybe document just 20 hours for them. Or I don't know how they do it, but I know some care companies or agencies ask people to come via study route and promise them that they would work more than 20 hours and they get paid. Everything I'm saying to you here is what was gotten from the government website, the statement they released on the 13th of December. Visa scam. You're contacted by someone pretending to be from the UK immigration office, insisting you have to pay your full visa cost and you need to pay money or your visa will be cancelled. No official organization will ring or email you asking for money or for your bank details. The next one is fraudulent document scam. A company offered to get you 100% pay rate on on your language exam, change your score, or provide you with fake qualification certificate in exchange for a fee. The next one is identity scam. You submit private information like age, birth date, or bank account number to an agency or an employer, and this is used to commit identity theft. You should be wary about any of these things when seeking to work in the UK. They could be sign of scam. Agencies or employer are contacting you out of the blue and telling you you've been offered the job. It's also a scam. Being asked to pay recruitment fees. This might be referred to as job finding fees, job service fees, or application processing fees. You should avoid the agency charging such fee. The job offer seems too good to be true. For example, you've been recognized as top of the performer in your field, or you've been offered a position with no experience needed. Company is asking you to start work immediately with high paying money. That is job scam. You should run away. The information provided about the job is vague and unclear, like you are applying for a job and you don't even know what you'll be doing. They didn't really make a very clear definition of your job role. That is job scam as well. You are asked to pay fees in cash rather than a tracking method such as bank transfer. That is scam as well. You are pressured to sign a contract immediately with no time to read and fully understand it. Do not sign it. An agency or employer withhold your travel documents such as your passport and demand further money while holding your documents. That is exploitation. I mean, that is modern slavery, to be honest. No one should do that to you. Okay, you have every right to be free in the UK as a worker. You're asked to provide personal details such as your date of birth, the bank account number before you've formally gotten the job. You are encouraged to apply for full-time role in the UK on a study visa. You should run away from this. You are told it will be easy to bring your dependents to the UK. This is not always the case and certain requirements must be met. Bringing family dependents to the UK has its own criteria and requirements. You should be aware of this. Your employer threatens you with deportation if you raise concern or questions. This usually happens to those who have paid for COS. Honestly, you think paying for COS is helping you. It is not helping you, because the fact that these employers are asking you to pay for COS, they don't care about you. So when you come here, you're going to suffer. I mean, you're going to be treated so poorly. If you go to some care homes, the way they treat immigrants who move to the UK to work is different from the way they treat British people who already have their papers working in the UK. So some of these employers, once you pay for COS and they bring you, they start threatening you that if you make a complaint or that you would lose your job, and if you lose your job you're going to go back. The government already know all of this. I remember one time someone telling me, oh, you people should stop talking about this, you are exposing the whole thing to the government. In my head I'm like, you think the government don't know this? The government know even deeper than you can imagine. So I mean, there are so many things going on. I mean, so many exploitation in the care sector. Many forms of exploitation such as modern slavery are illegal. However, migrants may also be exploited with the existing framework of the immigration system without breaking UK laws. Example may include employees being charged recruitment fees outside the UK or being charged more than the market rates for accommodation provided by employers. There are other ways in which migrants are not prevented from exploitation. Migrant workers are those who are subjected to immigration system, i.e. their continuous staying in the UK depends on meeting the condition required of them by the immigration system. Those who are already in the UK on indefinite leave to remain are not really affected by work exploitation. So most migrants who are subjected to immigration control, like they need to have a job to stay in the UK, are mostly exploited. Not in every sector, but there are some sectors that the government have found out that there's high exploitation rates, and I'm going to be listing the sectors so that if you're searching for jobs in this sector, you need to watch out for all of this scam, all of this exploitation, all of these hurdles. Okay, so it's not worth it coming to the UK and I mean living in poor condition, being paid nothing. The UK is very expensive. You need to be fit. You need to earn good amount of money to really survive here, because it's not worth it. When you come, you're not being treated right, you're being threatened that they will sack you, and if they sack you, you're going to go back to your country because your immigration is tied to the employer. One of the government bodies is talking to the Home Office to find a way and make it that your visa, especially work visa, are not tied to employers. They actually need to do something about it if they want to reduce the amount of exploitation going on in the UK. They say they want to create like an umbrella body that can issue COS so that certificate of sponsorship will not tie employee to employers, so employers will not have a lot of power to exploit migrants. That is something they are proposing. Hopefully they do something about it. Based on the government recent survey in 2022, I think in October, here are some of the sectors that are being exploited. Hand car wash, the exploitation is severe. Agriculture, that's horticulture, seasonal worker visa, is severe exploitation. Care sector, high exploitation. Construction, high. Hospitality is medium. Shellfish gathering, medium. Nails bar, medium. Poultry and egg, medium exploitation. Warehouse and distribution center, medium. Food industry processing packaging, medium. Garment and textile, medium. So this sector I just listed are the sector that it's easier for employers to exploit their employees. So watch out for these sectors. Lack of ability to switch employer can increase vulnerability to exploitation. Where a visa is tied to a single employer and switching is not allowed, migrants in an exploitative situation face a choice between remaining in it or returning to their home country. For this reason, the AMC has made several recommendations in previous reports relating both to the importance of allowing switching and time spent on non-settlement routes to count towards eventually settlements without needing to reset the clock. This includes the recommendation made in the AMC 2021 annual report. Migrants may also face problems where switching is allowed, but the amount of time left on their visa is likely to mean that it's difficult to find a new employer. This can be a particular issue in situations where sponsorship has been cancelled or curtailed because of the time scale involved. Migrants may also be disadvantaged where the employer does not understand the rules. Okay, so I mean, there is a lot of information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link of this statement in the description box below. You need to actually read it, to be honest. If you're planning on coming to the UK as a healthcare worker, on that statement they also list bodies, agencies that help you. Like, so if you're coming to the UK, if you're a nurse or a midwife, there are some they call them agencies, like a body that protects employees. So if you are working in a particular sector, you can join the workforce agency. This will protect you. If anything happens to you, you can report to that agency and they will protect you. So you need to read about it. You need to get all the agency's emails. As a nurse in the UK, midwife, as long as you're a permanent staff, you are protected. There's labor law that protects you, but you need to join those agencies just in case you need help. Okay, you do not want to be stranded, and you need to actually read about all of these things. A lot of you have been sending me emails telling me, hey, this company just sent me employment letter and they're telling me to pay to someone. Are they real? Now you can know it by yourself. You do not need me to tell you if they are real or not. That's why I'm making this video, so that you can find this out by yourself. This statement is very long. They listed so many things to look out for, what your job should be about as a carer, especially international carer. So I'm going to leave the link down below. Go and read it so that when you see any job, or when you apply for any job, or when you get any offer from any employer, you get to know if these people are real or they are scammers. So you can also find out if an agency is real because there's a body protecting agents here. So agency that recruits for companies, especially in the health sector, they belong to NHS recruitment. I'll leave the link down below. You can, before you take on any job with any agency, you can check if they are on the list. If they are not on the list and they're asking you to pay, then run. This will help you to know your rights as a carer in the UK, or as a carer coming to work in the UK. This will help you to understand if this job is scam or real. This will help you to know the help available for you in the UK. So don't feel because you've paid for this COS, you're already in the UK, that you cannot do anything. No, if your working condition is poor, you're going through, you can contact this agency. They will help you. You will not be deported or you will not be sent back to your home country. Trust me, if they investigate and see that this thing is true, they they might put you on another visa or help you out. So it's not like you'll be sent back, okay? And the fact that you're already in the UK, you have opportunity to switch to another employer. So if you're working in a company, in a care home, that you're not being treated well, please start looking for other jobs. If you're already in the UK, it's easier for you to get care jobs with sponsorship. Very, very easy. So start applying. I helped one lady who came to the UK as a carer. She paid, but she was treated poorly, and she was a single mom. She reached out to me. I told her what to do, and she recently reached out to me and told me, Faith, thank you so much. I got another COS. This company is better. She was working more than she was supposed to work. So many things. And I know she didn't want to disclose the company because, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I'm gonna call them out. Anyway, I'm not here to call anyone out. It's not my job. The government is already doing the job. So if you are an employer, a care agency, and you're exploiting migrants, treating them poorly, you're not treating them the way you would treat a British citizen working in a care home, your time is coming. The government is coming for you. So I'm going to leave the link of all the information you need down below. You need to sit down and read this statement from the government, and also check out if your current occupation has a labor agency that protects you, and join them so you can just stay safe in the UK. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We have come to the end of this video. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comment section. Guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.